Hey guys, welcome back. This is day number 84 of trading futures every day until it become profitable. Today was kind of crazy. A lot of trades, like the title says, 5 trades and ended the day break even overall. As you can imagine, commissions had a lot to do with that, but on the loss that I did take, honestly, without even really thinking about it, kind of broke my rules, although it ended up being a valid loss in the end. I entered on the second highest time frame inverse of the fair value gap, which was the 3-minute when I should have entered on the 5-minute, but because the 3-minute IFVG was above the 5-minute one, I thought it was fine, but afterwards I realized that's not what I would have done in backtesting. So kind of just like a mental error, but I did give myself a red day on the calendar, and also it did inverse the 5-minute after, so it was still a valid loss. I'll just show you guys all the trades from today, and then I got some more stuff to talk about. Okay, so first one here. These are all trades I took, by the way. So I took this one pretty shortly after I got on the charts because I saw that it was valid. We had a liquidity sweep delivering from a 3-minute fair value gap. We inversed the 3-minute fair value gap, and we had equal highs above here and up here as drawn liquidity. I wrote down if I had put my stop loss just a bit closer, I would have gotten out for a partial, but it's okay, it's whatever, because this was my 1-to-1 place here. And I wrote that I had to trade the same way as I'm backtesting, so this was totally valid. Just a little bit unfortunate here. Second trade here that I got into was at 9:45, and if you were on the charts today at 10 o'clock there was news. Okay, so I realized when this trade was in a little bit of drawdown here that I'm not even supposed to be in this trade because there's 10 o'clock news, so I exited immediately and I lost about $50 on this position. So I guess you can count this as a loss, but $50 when I'm risking like 600 kind of counted this as break even, and it did end up going up. It came up all the way up to here about, but didn't quite reach 1-to-1 before coming back to break even, and here are the reasons why I entered this trade, but yeah, anyway. Here is the next trade. During a macro time at 10:09 a.m., we swept liquidity. We were delivering from a 5-minute fair value gap. We inversed the 1-minute fair value gap, and there was LRL below right here. So this was a pretty quick break-even trade. We got down to almost 1-to-1 before reversing up and hitting break-even on this. And I've been trying to put my break-even stop a little bit past the entry so that it would kind of cover commissions, but I got to work on that because I don't think I did it for every trade today. Here's the next trade at 10:33 a.m. So quite a lot of opportunities today, obviously, and this was actually the loss. Now, Dodgy said that the top of this move right here was delivering off another fair value gap, and he wanted to see this low swept. Kind of nothing that I paid attention to. As long as some liquidity was swept, I'm good with the trade. He just trades it differently, okay? So maybe he has less trades than me, maybe he has slightly higher win rate. There's a lot of different things that are probably not the same between two of us. But for me, in my back testing with my win rate and everything, this is a valid trade. So I was fine with taking this loss. Liquidity sweep delivered from the 1-minute fair value gap. We inversed the 3-minute and the 5-minute fair value gap. This is the one where I said the 3-minute was inversed, but then it also inversed the 5-minute. So it was valid, but it was kind of breaking my rules at the same time. And the fair value gap was over 4 points, so that was a plus as well. And we're in the discount of the range down here. So yeah, there was that loss. And if you know my rules, I now take 2 trades per day regardless of the outcome of the first. So then I took this trade, which looks like a better risk reward on NQ, but I was in it on MNQ, so it was slightly less R gain. So it was during a macro time again. We swept liquidity. We're delivering a 1-minute fair value gap. We inversed the 1-minute fair value gaps because there was 2 here, and we had equal highs above as drawn liquidity. Also, we were in the discount of the range. If you've seen that clip, you'll notice I entered pretty high, and that's just because simply I didn't see this trade fast enough and I kind of missed it. So I was waiting for price to kind of retrace a little bit to come closer to the entry point, and I was like, okay, it didn't even hit my break-even point yet, so it's still valid to get into. So I decided to jump in before it hit my break-even point. I don't count it as FOMO because it was still completely valid. It was just a closer break-even point, you know what I mean? So that was the final trade that I took today that brought me back to break-even after commissions, and I'll show you my commissions and trades and stuff here now in my journal. But keep in mind, the commissions that I have written down here next to my win and loss from today, they're including the $50 break-even loss, whatever that was, plus all the break-even commissions, like right here, okay? See how it's 75 each? That's what I'm talking about. And I have the note down here. So yeah, pretty sad, but it's not, it could be worse, honestly. Like I said before, there was a few mistakes in here, but up like 700 after 8 trades is not good, but I could be down 700, right? So right now it's quote unquote been profitable so far, but we're just going to keep getting better at executing. And yeah, here's my calendar for today. I did it red because of what I told you guys before. And also my brother did miss that last trade that I took that I was finished after, but he took another trade afterwards that actually brought him back to break even on his account, which was super great. It was the same short that Dodgy posted in his trade recaps in his Discord, so that definitely felt good. And honestly, kind of feeling okay with the results today. It could have been 2 losses, that would have been really bad. Kind of upset that the commissions are so heavy, but it's whatever. Just gonna make the process take a bit longer, especially if I make little mistakes all the time. And the win rate with trades so far is not quite what I was expecting, but the last loss from Wednesday wasn't a valid loss that I should have taken, so we would be at about 71% win rate if I didn't take that. So that's what I'm hoping for once I get good in the live market, at least 70% consistently. That would be awesome, and I do expect that because that's actually a little bit less than what I've seen in backtesting. So just gonna keep trading like this every day, following my rules, and yeah, hoping for the best in the weeks to come. I'm going to continue risking 600 per trade, and I even might risk more in the future. I'm not sure, because I would like to risk a third of my drawdown limit so I can pass or fail quicker. One last thing, I'm probably going to buy a Top Step account soon, probably very soon, so I can take 1 trade every day during PM session on that account, because I'm usually done with the 2 trades on my MFF account before PM session, but I still have to make a decision on that. And if you guys watched yesterday's video, I sold a few things, plus I found a lot of crypto that I didn't know I had, so I got a little bit of extra money that I could spend on challenges and stuff, so definitely looking up on that side of things. But long video, a lot of talking, and thanks so much for watching, guys. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for day number 85 of trading futures every day until I become profitable. See you guys.